People told me that Sam Darnold is the next Steve Young. And when I say people, I mean Kyle Shanahan. And, you know, I've really been waiting with bated breath on the edge of my seat for a glimpse, just a mere peek at the next Steve Young. Because Steve Young is my favorite athlete of all time. I love Steve Young. So you know I'm going to love Steve Young Jr. Steve Young II. We finally got to see Sam Darnold in a real game. And guess what? He wasn't good. He wasn't good. He had a couple nice throws, and then he threw a pick in the end zone just like Brock Purdy. And then you remind yourself, like, yeah, that's Sam Darnold. I've seen that before from Sam Darnold. That's what Sam Darnold does. After the game, I asked Kyle Shanahan what he thought of Sam Darnold. He was really encouraged. Really. Said he was really encouraged. He really likes Sam Darnold. Don't know why. I don't. As a person, he might be great. As a player, not a fan. Seen enough. The whole Sam Darnold experiment was a waste of time. He's not good enough. If he has to ever start a game, I don't think the Niners can win. That's how bad he is. They're so good and still probably couldn't start a game that he couldn't win a game that he started. Which begs the question, why is he here? They could have drafted another quarterback this year and been better off. They could have signed Joe Flacco. They could have just kept Trey Lance. Do you think Sam Darnold's better than Trey Lance? Trey Lance could have finished this game today. Lance or Flacco, one of those two, or a rookie. But they went with option 4, Sam Darnold. That's just arrogance. To think that a quarterback who's done nothing but fail in the NFL could come to your team and be good, that's arrogance. So I was really, really looking forward to seeing reality set in on the Sam Darnold experience. The next Steve Young. Kyle really said that. I don't see why he can't be the next Steve Young. Do you see now, Kyle? Do you see? Oh, look real close. Tell me if you look like the next Steve Young. Like, get right in there. That's why you don't say stupid stuff. As someone who says stupid stuff for a living, it's important to think twice. People don't forget. What a terrible quarterback. Sorry. Kyle got ahead of himself, says Eric Frere. Should have just ran. I tried to tell him. Luis Villanueva says Niners got bullied in all phases of the game. Facets. Yeah, it's true. Miguel says the stadium was electric in the beginning of the game until Choke Purdy sucked the life out of the stadium. Brock is a liability. Choke Purdy? Brock Purdy is not your little brother, GC. Yeah, I did say that. Can I tell you guys a story? This really was unsettling. Really unsettling to me. All right, I'm walking into the stadium. I hear someone say, "Hey, Grant." I turn around. It's a 23-year-old, blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid. And he's not smiling. I get stopped fairly often at Niner games, and it's always been nice people. Dude is not smiling. I'm like, "Hi." He goes, "Have you changed your opinion of Brock Purdy?" I said, "Since when?" He goes, "Since week 1." And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "That's what I thought," and walked away. It was really hostile. Not like, "Hey, man, nice to meet you. Have a good day." Like, essentially, screw you. That's what I thought. Hey, well, you know what? Hey, have you changed your opinion on Brock Purdy? How did you like Brock Purdy's performance today, young man? Did you enjoy it? He did that. I already dedicated it to you. Blonde hair, blue-eyed kid. Stay humble. You know who I'm talking. I'm talking to you, buddy. Yeah, you. Matt McEwen says Roquan, Queen, and Hamilton took away Brock's mid-game, which is Brock's bread and butter. Once Hamilton went out, BA got 90 yards. I can see it. I can see it. I guess the key to stopping Brock Purdy is to have a killer linebacker duo and a good nickelback. Michael Duran says Aaron Rodgers was MVP and lost and looked befuddled in the Niners multiple times in the playoffs. Brock will bounce back. Lamar can't beat Pat or Josh. say Brock wouldn't bounce back. I'm with you on that, man. Wave 9 says, Grant, is karma going to get us this year in the end? Man, I don't want to speak on other people's karma because I feel like that's bad karma, right? To say someone else has bad karma, like speak for yourself. Keep your head down. I don't know. Michael Brown says elite quarterbacks put up 50 touchdowns and 5K yards in this team. James Jurin says, would you give your opinion on the Niners red zone offense today? The whole offense sucked everywhere in the field. That's my opinion. Thank you, James. Merry Christmas. By Victor Wood says, when did Kyle say he's the next Steve Young? Before the season. I don't see why he can't be the next Steve Young, I think was a quote. Matt McEwen says, Grant, Giants backup quarterback's better than ours. Backup quarterbacks matter, and Sam Darnold not a serious backup quarterback. Get a better one. Carlito650 says they need to make a switch to Darnold now so they can build chemistry. Purdy's not the answer. Neither is Sam. Sean says third level throws, deep digs, skinny posts, etc. Ravens took away Ayuk until they started playing soft once the game was out of reach. Pressured Brock out of pocket to force throws and make mistakes. Good to know. I'll go back and watch the film and watch for that. I do think the key to stopping the Niners, stopping Purdy, is stopping Ayuk. Debo stopped himself today. Debo was terrible. Marcelo says every quarterback in the history of the game has had a bad game. People relax. This game was extra bad. This was really bad. But okay. Isaac says never buy a glizzy from Levi's. Yeah. If you're buying glizzies, they need to be like bacon wrapped on the street. That's my glizzy rule.